Hey guys, welcome back. What an incredible night, guys. Saturday, October 11th is going to go down in the history books. I mean, there were so many unbelievable events that were happening from the UFC, MMA, boxing, and of course WWE. And I'm going to talk a little bit about WWE, but just to kind of cover some of the unbelievable excitement that was happening globally. We had UFC Fight Night in Rio with the main event, Charles Oliveira taking on Mateus Gamrot. And wow, guys, what an amazing fight. What an amazing finish. Charles Oliveira is back on top, and I'll be more than happy to cover that in another video. And then we also had some amazing boxing events. We had Jerome Boots Ennis taking on Uzma Lima in Philadelphia. And what an amazing finish by Jerome Boots Ennis. I mean, this guy is the real deal. And you know what? All that training that he did with Canelo Alvarez, I think paid off. And, this guy is definitely a name to be a name that we're probably going to be hearing a lot of, and his name's going to be circulating in a lot of different discussions. So I'm super excited to see what comes out of this. And then we also had Arslan Makhmudov taking on Dave Allen in Sheffield, England, and this fight was very important for both fighters. Okay, now Makhmudov, what an impressive record. He's known as a Russian giant, and this fight, he was able to win this fight by decision. He went all the way. I was actually pretty impressed because I thought during the latter rounds he was going to slow down, and that's where Dave Allen would have kind of pounced on him. But both these fighters did everything they could to secure victory. They let it all fly in the ring. It was absolutely incredible. Fantastic. Kind of gutted for Dave Allen because you could totally tell he tried his best. But at the end of the day, there can only be one winner. And super excited for Makhmudov because now this potentially opens a door for discussions about a fight between him and Anthony Joshua. So I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn has been taking note. And so we'll definitely be covering that in another video. But today I want to talk about Crown Jewel. And usually when we watch Crown Jewel, it's in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This time it was in Perth, Australia. And guys, I want to break down. What an amazing event, and I'll break down some of the highlights from that event, things that kind of went down from Stephanie Vaquer's big moment to Bronson Reed's shocking upset over the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and then of course John Cena's final stand, guys, and his unbelievable bout against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. So you guys don't want to miss a beat. You guys want to stick around. So let's get into it. Let's go. So welcome back, guys. Welcome to Duality 7X. I'm your host, Shiraz, and on this channel, we cover all the latest trending stories when it comes to the world of MMA, UFC, WWE, and boxing. So if you like fight talk, if you like reactions, and all the wild drama and moments that happen in wrestling and WWE, specifically Crown Jewel, you're definitely in the right place because we're going to jump right into it. If this is your first time, please smash the like and subscribe, guys. It definitely helps with the algorithm. And let's go. So here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I'm on the WWE website, and we're just going to kind of go through this here, guys. But I mean, WWE Crown Jewel 2025 wasn't just another show. I mean, they brought it to Perth, Australia, for the first time. There was a reason they wanted to do this. They wanted to explore out new markets. Not that it wasn't working in Saudi. 100% it's working in Saudi. And that one is, I mean, any event that they do in Saudi is going to be absolutely top notch. But it was good to see a change of scenery, and I was really excited. I love watching the events in Saudi Arabia, and I think the promoters and the marketers and all the operations team that's behind those events do such a phenomenal job with getting that done and making it as marketable as it is. But this time it was kind of cool to see it in a different location. And I was excited. So, I mean, it was a night built on nostalgia, big shifts, and of course, new stars rising. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And here's why that matters, guys, because crowns have changed hands, right? So, like, I mean, we're talking about Stephanie Vaquer. Okay, she's really, like, she's come so far. She's such an unbelievable talent, especially the women's division, guys, is just heating up. All right, she took the women's crown jewel title, all right, which was absolutely incredible. Huge moment for her. I alluded to Bronson Reed having a shocking moment where he upset Roman Reigns. He upset the world in an Australian street fight. And that was a huge upset, guys. I mean, Roman Reigns wasn't happy. The Usos came out as well at the end. He didn't want. He even said, "I don't want to see our faces till Christmas." So he's clearly not happy. There's some problems going on with the bloodline there, and hopefully we can kind of figure that out. And then, of course, guys, John Cena, the incredible John Cena taking on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. It was a final throwdown, full of unbelievable callbacks and emotion. And when I talk about emotion, guys, there was a moment. There was a moment there where John was in the ring, and everybody started, taking out their phones, and it was kind of like a special kind of a tribute to Bray Wyatt and the late Bray Wyatt, and it was an emotional moment for John Cena. You could tell on his face. He was overwhelmed with emotion. So it was a beautiful moment. It was really nice. The card was unbelievably stacked. It was history making, and definitely from a storytelling perspective, there's nothing but storylines that are coming out of this, guys. So let's break it down match by match. Here's my thoughts. Let's get right into Bronson Reed. Now, this guy, oh my gosh, the Australian street fight. I mean, absolutely incredible. I mean, this guy is really the real deal. Let me just try to make this a little bit bigger. Now, Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns, Australian street fight. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything more. This was the opening match in Crown Jewel. So if you guys were thinking this is going to be like kind of prelims, just the beginning of the main card, I'm going to go load up on my nachos, go get my snacks, go to the bathroom, go talk to my neighbor, mow my lawn. Big mistake. Big mistake. You never want to miss the opening beat, the opening bell. You want to be glued in. And for those who were locked in, they weren't disappointed, guys. I mean, it was chaos. Pure chaos. No disqualifications and weapons littered all around the ring. Braun Breaker showed up, and the Usos got involved. And in a wild, wild twist, Jey Uso accidentally speared his cousin Roman Reigns through a table, and that set up Bronson Reed tsunami for the win. Now, of course, Roman Reigns is going to be upset. He was pissed. He even told the Usos that I don't want to see y'all until Christmas, and that crack in the bloodline, guys, might actually start to grow, and it's very, very dangerous because yeah, I mean, just right from the beginning, you could tell there was something a little bit off with Roman Reigns. The fans are just buzzing. It was absolutely incredible, guys. I mean, you look at some of these photos, courtesy of the WWE. It was definitely one for the ages. I didn't anticipate Bronson Reed winning this, but a very careless mistake by Jey Uso, and then the rest is history, guys. And now we're probably going to see some storylines that come out of the whole problems that are potentially happening and growing and evolving within the bloodline. There was definitely some notable moments in the fight during the U.S. national anthem, guys. Like, people were booing, right? But then everybody quickly started to sing along with the same woman when she sang the Australian national anthem. But during the U.S. anthem, it was completely different. I don't like to see that happen. I don't like to see people booing another nation's anthem. Or, I mean, come on, let's leave politics out of sports, guys. I mean, but then again, it's hard to say that when you got politics pretty much involved in every facet of the industry as it is. But anyways, it is what it is. That said, the Australian fans are buzzing. They were hyped. And then Ripley also narrated the opening video package. I mean, that was an amazing tribute. Rhea Ripley, obviously Australian-born, crowd favorite. People were just going nuts, right? And then Roman Reigns even chucked a bottle of Prime at at Bronson Reed. I don't have a picture of it, but there's some marketing right there, right? So anyways, and then Roman Reigns threw some rugby balls at Heyman, and then Reed as well before using a cricket bat. So you can just imagine how crazy And when I talk about chaos, it was chaos, guys. They used everything as a weapon, from rugby balls, cricket bats, to prime drinks. It was absolutely incredible, guys. So I mean, I honestly didn't see Bronson Reed winning this one. Uh, that said, Reed did look a little bit leaner. He looked very focused and very confident. And I mean, if WWE leans into this, he's probably going to be in the main event conversation for quite some time now. So, a very, very great match. Not the kind of match, not the kind of finish that I wanted to see, but it was a good match nonetheless. And then I want to kind of shift gears here a little bit. Another fight that kind of really interested me. Um, I'll see if I could pull it up here. Yes, right here. So the Tiffany Stratton taking on Stephanie Vaquer. I mean, this was for the WWE Women's Championship, guys. What an amazing battle. I love this one, guys. It was definitely, yeah, it delivered everything it was supposed to. I mean, this match had no titles on the line, technically, except the crown jewel belt, right? So I mean, that's kind of separate from your regular titles. But I mean, these guys, like, what competitors? I mean, Stephanie Vaquer, Tiffany Stratton. I mean, Stratton looked dangerous, but Vaquer, I mean, she looked so cool, calm, composed, like she had a mission, and she pulled off an unbelievable corkscrew splash after avoiding Tiffany Stratton's prettiest moonsault, right? And got the pin, and she made history. Here's some kind of photos from yeah. So like here, let's see if I can. I mean, and you can see the entrance, right? Stephanie Vaquer always likes to make an entrance, and there she is, holding the title. Tiffany Stratton comes out, and look at that belt, guys. I mean, absolutely incredible. It was so good. I mean, you know, after the win, Triple H even came down, and Triple H actually awarded Tiffany Stratton, and it's too bad that I don't see if I could. Yeah, there's okay. There's some of the, like, look at this. Like, I mean, it was absolutely crazy. So when Triple H came down and he awarded Stephanie Vaquer the ring, the crown jewel ring and belt, and I mean, it was unbelievable moment. Stephanie Vaquer, she was so emotional, and rightfully so. I mean, such a proud moment. I mean, she's such a great competitor. I'm just gonna quickly try to go past some of these photos here. I'm gonna try to get right to see if there's one with Triple H, and there's a referee holding Stephanie Vaquer's hand, and there it is. There is the iconic photo, guys. Uh, Triple H giving Stephanie Vaquer the crown jewel ring and the crown jewel belt. What an unbelievable moment. This cements Stephanie Vaquer as a serious competitor, especially not only in the women's division, but in the WWE. She is very, very entertaining. She is the next big thing. You can see the ring on her finger there, guys. You can see the Crown Jewel Championship. Very well deserved. You could also see some of the marks and scuff marks on her body. I mean, she went through battle and she came out on top. So it was absolutely incredible, guys. Wow. I mean, some other important moments for me. I mean, after, like, Roman Reigns kind of like ripped into the Usos. We're talking about the Bronson Reed fight. The Usos, after the match, we're not even listening to his request to stay backstage. I mean, the WWE went from like advertising an EMF blocker to having a logo for cricket 5G in the middle of the ring. Um, that was kind of odd. But I mean, the standing submission from Stephanie Vaquer was absolutely incredible. It was unique, and I mean, the suplex backbreaker that Stratton used looked kind of rough. Uh, but I mean, they pulled it off, and I mean, and then Michael Cole even made a joke about Wade Barrett getting into trouble for how he reacted to the Devil's Kiss last time. Anyways, I mean, this is huge for Vaquer's legacy. I knew she was an unbelievable competitor when she came to the WWE. She's building a legacy, guys, and it was a clean win on the biggest stage possible, right? And that was a spotlight moment for her, and now she can take her career and propel that to the next level, especially among women's divisions globally. And she's definitely making the women's division proud because I mean, look at that, guys. What an amazing photo. So yeah, great event all around. And then let's talk about Rhea Ripley. And I mean, Rhea Ripley, she's now of course Rhea Ripley, taking on Io Sky. Ripley obviously going to be the favorite. She's Australian, but I mean Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Sorry, my apologies. Taking on the Kabuki Warriors, and that's kind of how it all went down. So it was a tag team match, and it was a very good tag team match, guys. The Kabuki Warriors, they started strong, but Ripley and Sky started to kind of take control right from that point. And I mean, in the finish, Ripley hit her Riptide, and then Sky followed up with Over the Moonsault to get the win. It was great. And just by looking at these photos, guys, you can tell how excited, how interested the fighters were. There's Ripley. She's just taking it all in, taking in all that energy from the fans, from her home crowd fans. And look at that. It was absolutely incredible. You know, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch this, you seriously missed out. But some beautiful moments here in the ring. Amazing. I mean, all of these guys, like the Kabuki Warriors, I mean, Io Sky, they're so entertaining as well, too, guys. And yeah, I kind of accidentally alluded to the fact Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. No, I mean, that could happen one day. But no, they made such a great tag team. It was really good. Very entertaining. Lots of high aerial moves. Anytime these guys fight, we're in for a battle. You're going to be entertained. But it was great. Let's see if I can kind of skip ahead here a little bit. And these are like the final moments. There you go. Wow, just some unbelievable shots, guys. And of course, there, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley getting their hands raised for the victory. It was good. Sane and Asuka had some really cool masks when they came into the ring. That was pretty neat. The show had already been going on for like 2 hours when this match started, guys, but only about 60 minutes of it was like wrestling. The rest was just kind of videos, backstage stuff, marketing, entrances, advertisements, all that jazz. The running kick from Ripley to Sane looked really good, which is probably why the WWE showed it in slow motion during the replay. That was really nice. Oh man, I'm actually thinking I should watch this fight again. But like, yeah, look at the entrances here. It was really good. And yeah, I mean, the way Sane took the razor's edge from Ripley looked absolutely brutal. And look, this is why Ripley, I think, she is probably. I mean, you know what? When I think about the women's division, I think about all the talent in there. It's fully stacked, guys. It's loaded. I mean, I don't know how they're going to be putting out these storylines because every one of these fighters is very capable of winning the title and doing incredible things. It was unbelievable. But Sky's moonsaults really are a step above most people. It was unbelievable. Solid match, guys. For me, it was everything that I wanted. I wanted to be entertained. It was watching some of the most top competitors in the women's division, which was absolutely incredible. And I mean, it kept the energy up between big single bouts, of course, but not a main event, but definitely fun. But either one of these fighters or a combination of them can easily make the main event. I mean, it would be nice to see Rhea Ripley potentially lock down with Stephanie Vaquer at some point. That would be absolutely incredible. And then I do want to talk about John Cena, and I want to talk about John Cena's match against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And I mean, these two guys have a lot of history, but here they legend into it. And this is where the nostalgia kind of comes into it. There was a lot of callbacks. Cena used moves like skull crushing finale, accolades, Sister Abigail, And then of course nods to the Miss, Wyatt, and of course Styles encountered with some sweet chin music, Scorpion Death Drop. I mean, there's a lot of amazing Angels Wings too as well. These guys pulled moves out of like left field. It was absolutely incredible. They were entertaining the fans beyond recognition, and of course, that homage that John Cena paid to Bray Wyatt doing Sister Abigail's move on AJ Styles, there was an emotional moment where everybody started taking out their phones, kind of paying respect to the late Bray Wyatt. And you could tell John Cena started to get a little emotional himself. It was absolutely unbelievable, guys. The finish came when John Cena hit the tombstone pile driver and then follow it up with an attitude adjustment on AJ Styles for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Cena picked up his 100th premium live event win in the process. Only The Undertaker has more than John Cena. I think Undertaker has 107 premium live event wins, and John Cena with the 100th now. But the two embraced at the end, AJ Styles and John Cena. As much history as they have with one another, they have obviously a lot of respect, mutual admiration, and it's really sad because AJ Styles, as you know, is going to be retiring sometime next year. And John Cena, as everybody knows, is also on his kind of farewell tour as well too. And so it's really sad to see these legends go. But a side note, I mean, it's too bad. It's too bad. There's going to be no rematch between John Cena and AJ Styles. I think what we witnessed between these two, that's the final dance between these two guys. Yeah, during the fight, you'll see Michael Cole kind of jump in and start doing like product plugs for like Australian tourism and American vodka. That was kind of funny and quirky. I mean, Styles was wearing trunks, instead of his usual tights. That was a bit of a callback to his kind of like TNA gear, I guess, and maybe he kind of had that planned. And and that kind of making that TNA reference in his introduction was kind of cooler as well too. The Bullet Club was also mentioned as well. The pop Cena got for his entrance was absolutely incredible and wild. People were just buzzing and chanting and singing his name. And you could tell even John Cena looked as if he was a little bit surprised by it as well. But again, and I keep talking about it, what did it for me, guys, was the beautiful moment, the tribute to Bray Wyatt in the ring. It was great. I mean, it was a perfect way to send Cena off. And I mean, look, in terms of like a spectacle performance, this was it, guys. It was absolutely great. It was a match built on legacy, nostalgia, and pure emotion. Everything that you want to see in a fight, especially between two beloved wrestlers. And it was really nice to watch. And I mean, as a fan, I definitely enjoyed it from the beginning right to the end. And it's too bad we're not going to get any more from these two individuals, but they both did an incredible job. This was a big moment, and they delivered it in grand style. And I've got like just a blank page here. I don't know why. Let's just quickly here. There, John Cena doing the Sister Abigail. Holy smokes, guys. And look, this is the moment that I was talking about, where after he pulled off that Sister Abigail move on AJ Styles, everyone started pulling up their phones like, how they used to do it when Bray Wyatt was in the ring. And look at John Cena's face. And then, oh, look, I mean, it was absolutely incredible, guys. And I'll see if he can get to the point where John Cena, he does a tombstone. I'm sure they have a picture of it, and there it is. And only a few wrestlers are capable of pulling this off. Just because, wrestlers could get potentially injured and stuff like that if it's not done the wrong way. And there they are, embracing at the end, John Cena saying goodbye to everybody. It was a beautiful send-off. Definitely a perfect way to send off both fighters. We'll still see AJ Styles in the ring a little bit longer, but yeah, I mean, it's too bad these guys are not going to fight again. And then we got Seth Rollins taking on Cody Rhodes. And I mean, these guys, these guys also, and look, there's a picture of Seth Rollins and Stephanie Vaquer holding their titles. Seth Rollins defeated Cody Rhodes, and it's I kind of want, I maybe it's still a little too early, but I mean, you know, Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins, guys. I mean, I don't know if I was going to see any big upset with the title change, but then again, it was a great fight. It was good. I mean, this was the main event, guys, and then Rhodes was definitely trying to add, this PLE kind of moment title to his resume, but Rollins is trying to get past his storyline with Rhodes, right? So, anyways, Rollins did look a little bit rattled by fan chants wanting to prove something. He definitely used Rhodes' own Rolex watch as a weapon when the ref was down. Ultimately, Rollins hit a double stomp, one from the middle rope, and then and after the cheap shot, he technically got the win there afterwards. And then he's the new crown jewel champion, and that was it. And that's all she wrote. And then Triple H came to present the ring and the title to Rollins. And then of course Rollins cut a promo calling himself the greatest of all time. Now, when a fighter has to call themselves the greatest of all time, that's fine if everybody else is doing it first. But anyways, guys, Paul Heyman, he didn't actually accompany Rollins to the ring. Rollins to the ring. Rollins getting mad, was distracted with Wade Barrett and Cole. Is kind of like that whole rookie mistake his character shouldn't be making. Rollins does get really agitated very quickly, and he shows it, and sometimes he kind of breaks character as well too. The visionary himself, got a big pop up though for pushing over the prime cart. And the way Rollins, countered Rhodes, doing like a springboard with the power bomb, that was pretty cool. That was really nice. It's too bad I don't have any pictures here to show you guys, but the cartwheel from Rollins to reference Stardust was kind of funny. Remember Stardust, guys? And then the coast to coast, driving headbutt from Rollins was nuts. I mean, he pulled it off. It looked pretty good. And I mean, both men obviously sold this fight really good. These guys are at the top of their tier. These guys are echelon fighters. Now the question comes down to is, did Rollins deserve to beat Rhodes this way? That's where I'm a little bit hung up on, guys. I mean, maybe not cleanly, but storytelling, like, wise, I mean, it works, but we walk the line between kind of hero and heel. And that Rolex blow, I mean, that's a kind of WWE moment that gets memes and sparks a lot of debate. I'm all for it. I love Rolex watches, by the way, but anyways, it was good. So here's the thing, guys. What if they lean into Vaquer's kind of coronation and now holding it up as a huge moment? It was a big moment. It was a big moment for her. It was a big moment for the WWE universe. But could she carry that momentum now into Raw and SmackDown and defend the Crown Jewel belt more often? And if she does, well, I mean, not that she isn't, but she can be even more of a breakout star if she pulls that off. And what if Reed's continues on with this winning streak? He looked good. He really looked good. Roman's looked off. But beating Reigns in Australia, I mean, if he keeps scoring, we might see him potentially rivaling Roman Reigns for leadership in the roster. And there's already cracks in the foundation of the bloodline. Could Bronson Reed's story into the bloodline potentially happen, work, grow, evolve? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I'd love to hear about it. And what about Cena's legacy? He definitely picks up another milestone, 100 PLE wins. And then the only one above him who has more wins is The Undertaker with 107. And I mean, there's going to be no rematches between him and AJ, unfortunately. But now, what happens? Where does the WWE go with John Cena's storyline from here? And I mean, the bloodline, guys. I'm still talking about the cracks in the foundation of the bloodline with Roman's Reigns loss, the Usos interference, Reigns telling them off, tensions rising, and then how does does Bronson Reed kind of fit into that equation at some point? So, I mean, what do you think about the whole ring and title? When Canelo Alvarez fought Terrence Crawford in their last fight, the winner, Terrence Crawford, beat Canelo Alvarez. He got a ring. He got a WBC ring. Actually, I have a short on it. and it's I think gained over 4,000 views. But it's beautiful, a beautiful WBC ring, and then he got the title as well. So I mean, I think this is kind of TKO, kind of incorporating a lot of that boxing and MMA kind of marketing into the WWE. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys like the idea of getting a ring and the belt? I love it. I think it's absolutely incredible. So, anyways, guys, Crown Jewel 2025 delivered for me, and it was definitely more than just hype. I mean, it's not going to be your perfect, right? Pay per view, but it definitely had a lot of emotion, had nostalgia, everything that I want to see in a match. Lots of surprises, legacy moments, and new champions. And Stephanie Vacker's big win was really big. That's one of the highlights for me. Lots of respect for Bronson Reed. Rollins, ambitious. He needs to work on his attitude a little bit, and then of course Cena Styles was definitely poetic. How else do you summarize that? If I had to pick, the Cena Styles match was probably one of the top because of all the different moves they're pulling off and that beautiful tribute, paying homage to the late Bray Wyatt. But how it was layered, if you're going, no, I'm going to say that one, and then the Stephanie Vacker's coronation. That did it for me, guys. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys all like that. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Smash that like button and subscribe, and join us here in Duality 7X for more wrestling talk. And we also do a lot of different other fight talks as well from the world of MMA, UFC, and boxing. Lots of stories across the board, lots of stories globally, especially when it comes to combat sports. There's no shortage of it. Thank you so much for sticking around, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.